guys, so today I'm going to be taking you to the grocery store with me, and I'm going to be showing you all of my healthy snack options that I like to have on hand throughout the week, whether I'm grabbing them to go to work or if I'm just home and hungry and it's not time for a meal yet. I'm also going to be cooking stuffed peppers tonight, so I'm going to show you how I make that. I put a little bit more greens in and I swap out the rice for cauliflowered rice, so it's a little bit healthier. I am on my way to Starbucks now.
Can I get started for you?
Hi, can I have an iced pumpkin spice latte?
Sure, what size?
Grande?
Grande iced pumpkin spice latte. Anything else for you?
Yes, and can I also have a blueberry oatmeal? I have one of these tumbler cups from Starbucks, and I like refill it throughout the day with my water. That I dropped it and it like cracked. Like the whole like lid situation still works, but it cracked here, so I like super glued it. I'm gonna see if they have it, so every time I go up to the drive-thru I'm like, do you have this cup? And it's so embarrassing, but nobody has it, so I don't even know why I bother, but it's worth a try. I just have to ask you, do you have this cup?
What's that?
Do you carry this Starbucks cup?
I'm sorry, what?
Do you have this? More of these?
We might. I didn't happen to see it,
Okay.
but then again, I wasn't looking for it. Give me just one quick
Thank
second.
you.
No problem. Just kidding.
No?
It doesn't look like
Okay,
it.
thank
Sorry
you.
about
Have a good
that.
day.
You
Bye-bye.
too.
It's so awkward. They never have it. Got my iced pumpkin spice latte. I feel like it's a little bit more bitter in the iced version. I'd rather it hot, but whatever. It's still good. So I'm trying to, you know, be nice by the environment and get a reusable bag, but I'm not gonna be able to lift it, so this is gonna be fun. So this is everything that I picked up from the grocery store. I usually do this trip about once or twice a week, but I'll stop here and there to pick up extra stuff, whether I'm making a dinner or I just ran out of something. So first I'm gonna start with snacks. I pick these up all the time. I get the tomato basil flavor, and then I got the lightly salted flavor. It's a lot healthier than having a chip, and all you need is like a couple to like quench that chip craving. The next snack that I have are these RX bars. I already opened it and ate one, but I get these all the time, and actually you could get these on Amazon for way cheaper than they sell them in the grocery store. But these are just the best granola bars. This is what is on the front of the package, so it literally says no BS. So this is all what's in there. There's no extra preservatives, and they taste really yummy, and they come in a whole bunch of different flavors. So this is the one that I usually get. So the next snack that I'm gonna show you is cauliflower pretzels. So they are gluten-free, they're vegan, and they're a lot healthier. They're plant-based, and these literally, they taste so delicious, and I would 100% rather them than regular pretzels, plus they're a lot healthier. So this is like kind of like the pretzel alternative that I buy. So the next snack that could also be used as a breakfast is this gluten-free maple brown sugar oatmeal. I usually eat this in the morning, and I will cut up some berries or some fruit to put on top. But sometimes I don't even eat breakfast, so I'll sometimes grab an RX bar. But if I'm home and I have a little bit more time, I'll have this gluten-free oatmeal. I've been trying to stay away from gluten and dairy. I'll just top this with some berries and some cinnamon, and I'll just pop it in the micro, and it's done in literally like 2 or 3 minutes. Something else that could also cross as a breakfast and a snack is avocado toast. So I usually get this Udi's, I think that's how you pronounce it, gluten-free bread, and it's frozen. I usually keep it in the freezer, and then anytime I want it, I'll just take a slice out like 30 minutes before, let it defrost a bit, and then pop it in the toaster oven for like, you know, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, however you like your toast. And then what I'll do is mash up an avocado. That's why I have some avocados here. Always get these like twice a week. And then I'll mash that up, put it on the bread, and then I will either scramble an egg or make it however way I want. I'll eat that usually as a breakfast or a snack. So that's really good. It's good to get like cross foods. The next thing I really like to munch on throughout the day are baby carrots. The next thing I have is lunch options. So I always get this brand, and then I get like the carb-wise ones. These are just for wraps. They have 70 calories and they're made with oat and flax. I always make wraps for lunch, whether I'm going to work, and I always make it for Frankie every single day when he goes to work, just so he has, you know, a nice healthy lunch. And then I will get a half a pound of turkey, because I like turkey and Frankie likes roast beef, so I'll get a half a pound of each every week. And then I'll also put some arugula in the wrap. I have actually another container of arugula too. This is something that I always buy, and I keep on hand because we probably have it at least every day. And arugula is really good way to get your greens in. So I will put this in the wrap, and then what I'll also put in the wrap are tomatoes. And I don't get like the baby ones. I don't know, I don't really like them. So I get them, the ones on the vine, and I'll just like slice them. What I'll do is I'll pre-slice them, and then I'll keep them in a container. So when I'm making the wrap, I don't have to sit there and slice it every time. I could just take it out of the container and add it in. What we dress the wrap with is light mayonnaise, and I get like the squeeze tube version, so it's like so easy. And I'll wrap that up for lunch. Something else I always keep in the freezer are these like salmon fillets. They're frozen obviously, and they're actually like vacuum packed single pieces. I'll show you. Inside they're actually portioned out and like pre-packaged, so I always like to keep these on hand just in case you know, we want to have it for dinner, or sometimes if we're home I'll even make it for lunch. I'll just squeeze a little lemon on top of it and put some seasoning and throw it on the grill in a pan. And something else that I always keep on hand that I love to have with the salmon are green beans, and I just get these ones in the can. It's so easy. All you do is just drain the water and pop them in the micro for 2 minutes, and then they're done. So it's just a really easy dinner. Something else that I always like to keep on hand is this jasmine rice. Again, this could be good with a lot of different meals. I make it with the salmon, with like grilled chicken, steak, and literally anything. So it's always good to keep this in the pantry. I also picked up this other green bean option. So I'm Italian and I obviously love and live for pasta, but it's not always the healthiest option. So I've been seeing chickpea pasta go around a lot, and I did get that other brand, I believe it's called like Banza, and I did not like their chickpea pasta at all. So I decided to get this one day, and I've loved it ever since. It literally tastes like regular pasta. So Brilla is the brand that I buy my chickpea pasta from. So I've seen so many people talk about this sauce. About a month ago I picked it up, and it is literally so delicious, and I'm so picky. My parents always make homemade sauce, and I was always used to their sauce, and I never ever liked the sauce when I went out to eat or when I was in any restaurant. So I was so shocked at myself that I love this, and all you do is literally heat it up on the stovetop. You know, when bubbles start popping at the top, it means it's done. So it's so fast. So this together is literally like a 15-minute dinner. One more thing I always keep on hand are lemons. I literally cannot drink water without lemon. I'm making stuffed peppers tonight, so I got about 8 of them. I think the whole family's eating. That's why I got more than if it was just me and Frankie, I'd probably get like 3 or 4 because I cut them in half. But you'll see how I do that right after this. And to make the stuffed peppers, you need 2 cans of really any brand tomato sauce, but I buy the Hunt's. You need 2 cans of that. This is 15 ounces, this can. And then I buy 1 can of the paste, and this paste is 12 ounces. I'm probably not going to even use all of this. And last but not least, I buy about almost a 3-pound package of ground beef. to make the stuffed peppers. You could use any beef. You could even use chicken. You could use veggie crumbles if you're meat free. And this is what I cook down, and I add all vegetables that go into the mix. Then I get some coconut milk just to put in my coffee every morning. Let's get cooking. Okay, so what I also picked up at the store that I forgot to take out of the bag was a fresh head of cauliflower and about four fresh zucchinis. And we're going to be chopping this up to put that in there, and we're going to be grating the cauliflower. Right now what I'm doing is I'm putting all of the peppers in a straining bowl, and I'm just going to rinse them and wash them and make sure they're all clean. So now what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be cutting the pepper in half, and then I'm going to be pulling all of the seeds out. So it's going to look like this, but we're going to be carving all of the seeds and excess pepper out. And then whatever else is left in here, I'm just going to pull out with my hands. And then when it's all done and all of the seeds are out, also make sure to lift these little flaps to check if any seeds are in there. We're gonna place it on the paper towel to absorb any water that's left. So I'm just gonna be spreading the tomato sauce all over the bottom of this pan so the peppers don't stick when we pop them in the oven. Okay, so now what I'm going to be doing is just making sure these peppers are nice and dry, and I'm going to place them on the pan. So now all the peppers are on the pan, and I'm going to chop the other vegetables while I put them in the oven. And they're going to go in the oven 400 degrees for about 25 to 30 minutes, just until they're soft. So what I like to do is I like to cut the zucchini in half. So how I dice this really small is I slice it vertically, and then what I'll do is cut it as small as I can. Right now what I'm doing is I'm just taking this chunk and grating it into the bowl. So next I got out 2 large pots, and in one of them I'm going to put some extra virgin olive oil in the bottom. I'm going to put the stove on medium high, and when it starts to heat up, I'm going to take the cauliflower and the zucchini and I'm going to saute it in this pot. Sorry for the sizzling, but in the other pot I just emptied my meat in here, and I just put a little tiny drop of olive oil. So I'm just breaking this up with a large spoon, and I'm going to get this all cooked down. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to take the tomato sauce again and just put a couple spoonfuls into the zucchini and cauliflower mix. And now I'm just going to be stirring it all together while the vegetables are still softening. So now when the meat's fully cooked, you're going to take a slotted spoon and you're going to scoop it into the same pot as the zucchini. So now I'm going to be taking 2 large tablespoons of tomato paste and putting it in there. So after all the peppers are stuffed, I'm just going to take my second can of sauce and just put a layer on top of each pepper. Now I'm just going to pop them back in the oven for another 15 to 20 minutes on 400. So this is the finished product. I put some arugula on the side, but I'm ready to eat it. It smells so good. Hey guys, so I just realized that I didn't end this vlog, but I hope that you enjoyed coming through the grocery store and seeing what I buy on a week-to-week basis, and I hope you try out my stuffed pepper recipe, and thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.